Hey guys, I'm Voylin, and in today's video I will talk about Anki. And I know it's not really a surprise that I like Anki, that I use it daily. But I read many comments of you guys saying that Anki is too complicated, it's not easy to set up, you don't really have that many good decks and such. So what I've done is the last weeks I've been kind of very slowly working on a deck that contains a kanji, grammar and a vocab. So the vocab goes around JLPT N2, the grammar goes to N3, the kanji goes all the way. The download link for that deck, for that Anki deck, is in the description. You can download it directly on your phone or on your PC, whichever you use. I won't be uploading it to Anki because it's kind of a big deck with a lot of stuff. But before we continue, look! I have a new buddy. I won't reveal his name yet. And my old buddy who's hanging next to my air conditioning. Together, she's in it. Who's watching over the apartment when I'm at work. So yeah, just wanting to show my new buddy. It's so fwa. And just like that, we had buy a PC. So it's not really stable. And my PC is upside down. Okay, so when you install the course on your Anki on phone or on the PC, you will see this GP Study Buddy. Yes, I'm very original with names. When we open this, we see grammar, kana and vocab. If you look under grammar, we see level 1, level 2 and level 3. These basically co-aligned with JLPT N4, JLPT N5, JLPT N4 and JLPT N3. So level 1 is in 4 and 5, level 2 is in 4, level 3 is in 3. I'm not that big of a fan of studying Japanese according to what you need to know for the JLPT test, but this is basically the only thing that's designed like that. Okay, so if we check one of the things out, so you see on top, we're busy with grammar. You see the word with, the grammar point with kanji. Then without kanji in furigana. You click show answer, we see, to write, and it's the polite form. Okay, let's go to the kana. The kana is kind of big, because we have reading and writing. I personally study the reading first and then the writing. And so we have katakana, hiragana, and then the Joyo kanjis together with Joyo S and Joyo S+. The last two are important because people who want to go for the JLPT test, you won't have enough with Joyo kanji until level 6. That's why I've added also the S and S+1. Then we go to the vocab, and for the vocab, same thing, levels. And for the people who are wondering why I have studied 0 cards and 0 seconds today, it's mainly because you have different profiles on Anki. So how do you use this course, deck correctly? That's a very important part. Let me show you. It's not as difficult as you think. So I'll first explain the node types. So we have hiragana node types, katakana node types, the kanji node types, Japanese vocab, Japanese grammar. Basically they all come onto this, they're basically identical. So if you go to the fields, we have kanji, kana and meaning. The grammar works the same way, the vocab works the same way. And if you go to the cards, we see that I use kind of a lot of different things. So complicated, I know. Don't worry too much about it. And if you want to change different things, like you can change the kana font here, you can change the hint font and the rest. If you want to make the whole thing like 450 big, which I don't recommend. Let's go to the next thing. In Anki, you can put cards or decks in other kinds of groups. I'm trying to stay a little bit quiet because since shortly we have more neighbors around us. I don't know how much they can hear my loud voice. So let's go to options. Option group defaults. Let's manage, add a new one, because this is something, if I share the deck, the option group doesn't get copied over as well. So please create your own one. Call it GP Study Buddy. Press OK. Okay, so here you can see steps in minutes. So we have 1, 10. Let's add a space. 30, 60 and 120. What we basically do here, if you guess the card correct, it takes 10 minutes before you see the card again. Gets it correct again, 30 minutes, then 1 hour, then 2 hours, because 120 minutes is 2 hours. Took me a while to figure out. And then new cards for each day. This is something that greatly depends on you. Best way that I would say is just 10 or 5 cards, because else your review amount becomes a little bit too high after like day 3 or 5. And the rest I don't really change that much. Very related new cards until the next day is something I prefer to do. For reviews as well, very related reviews until the next day. Maximum reviews a day, I always change to 500 to 1000. 500 is my limit. On days that I really feel like I have enough time, I will quickly change it to 1000 and change it back the next day. Further lapses, general, don't really change anything. Description, you can add something like, oh, thanks, Voylin. Without the underscore. Thanks, Voylin. So if you press this card, it says thanks, Voylin here. Now we see, we have 22,000 cards. Seems like lots, and probably is a lot, because it also says it takes around 2,220 days to complete this deck. So by 2026 you'll be finished, so don't worry. This is just by reviewing 10 new cards every single day. That's why review as much as you can, but don't go overboard. And also when you use Anki, please get the browse and like the desktop version as well, because you have the browse function to easily change your cards. You have the stat function to easily see how many cards you've been studying and such. I don't know what added, okay. This is a great tool to see how your progress is going. So if you use the scores, please use the stats as well to see like, okay, I'm not getting too many cards correct each day. I should maybe lower my amount of new cards that I see every single day. And it really just greatly depends on your own study method. Like, Anki is a tool. It's not the tool to study Japanese or any language or matter for that fact. Okay, let's go back to the sofa. So I just said Anki is a tool. So for who is it meant? It's meant for people who want to learn Japanese in more of a structured way, because I kind of made everything according to levels of difficulty. I hear an echo around here. I think it's because of my air conditioning. And maybe it's just because of the place where I sit. I made it according to difficulty. So for people who are fresh to learning Japanese, it's a great resource, I hope. The only thing that I didn't include is audio. Kind of sad that I can't include audio, but else the files just gets too big. And for most phones or PCs it will kind of be troublesome, especially to load it in. If something goes wrong you have to start all over again, because as great as Anki is, I've experienced some issues when importing new decks. So it's great for new people, but it's also great for people studying for the JLPT tests. Why do I say the JLPT test even though I made everything according to my style of levels? it's mainly like, if you really want to learn Japanese, that brings us like new learners, JLPT learners, and just people who want to learn how to speak, or like not to speak, want to learn Japanese in general. Because as great as the JLPT seems for some people, it has some serious flaws, and you don't really learn some parts of the language which are still quite important to learn. That's kind of what I was aiming for with this goal. Like, if you know everything from this deck, you will be able to understand Japanese and for like a very, not really, for a decent level. For a decent level you will understand Japanese. Because you learn grammar, you learn how to read the kanji, well, the meanings of the kanji. Like, there's no kunyobi, onyomi, so don't worry about that. You really need to know the vocab, the grammar structure, and have some idea of what the kanji mean to more easily learn vocab. So I guess what it comes down to, like what I keep saying about all the tools I'm using and all the videos I make about tools, they are tools. They are not a main way to study Japanese. Like, by no means you will know full Japanese by using this deck. No way. There's not a single resource which will teach you every single thing about a language in an effective way. Not possible. So yeah, this is my deck that I've made. It took me some hours in the evening after my work. If you like it, please click like on this video. If you're new to this channel and you want to learn Japanese or learn more Japanese or whatever to do with Japan or Japanese, please subscribe. Greatly appreciated. And thanks for watching this video. I'll better stop because it's evening and I think my neighbors can hear my voice right now. So see you soon and good luck studying Japanese. Bye bye.